Hey guys, welcome to the Red Devils United podcast. I'm your host Varad. Today I'm going to be taking you all through the team news ahead of our first Premier League fixture against Crystal Palace and my predicted starting 11. In this episode, we are also going to be seeing some news revolving around the club. So stay tuned and let's get into the video. United will begin their Premier League campaign at Old Trafford on Saturday, the 19th of September at 10 pm IST against Crystal Palace, who has not lost the last 4 games they have played at Old Trafford. So this will be a very interesting match to watch because the last time they played at Old Trafford, Crystal Palace scored a 93rd minute goal, Cancelo Daniel James equalizer in the 89th minute. Jordan Ayew had scored the 32nd minute goal to give Crystal Palace a lead. So the reverse fixture that was played at Crystal Palace, United won that game 2-0 thanks to goals from Martial and Rashford. Now coming towards the predicted starting 11, this is how my Manchester United and Crystal Palace predicted 11 looks like. For United, I'm obviously going to go with David De Gea in goal because he's just going to be the first choice keeper this season, and although there is competition from Dean Henderson, a tough fight for the number one spot, but I do believe that David De Gea will take the number one spot for the Premier League and Champions League fixtures. So back four, I'm going with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw unfortunately has been hit with injury, which has really taken the edge out of him, but on his day he can be a really threatening player going forward, especially pinging the balls in the box that we have seen him do recently. He is also capable of driving the ball well ahead with Marcus Rashford and then creating chances for him or Martial. On the other hand, we have Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who has started to show that he's not only a tackler, but he can also throw in some really good balls from the right side of the wing. In the midfield, I'm going for Paul Pogba and Donny van de Beek as the two central midfielders, while Bruno Fernandes will take up the little advanced position. And the front three is going to be the three M's: Mason, Martial and Marcus Rashford. So this three can be lethal. They have shown it again and again. They have shown it time and again in the previous season that they are not to be taken lightly, and they can really kill the other team with their counter attack. As far as Crystal Palace goes, they do have some promising players, especially Michy Batshuayi and Wilfried Zaha, Jordan Ayew, and many others in that squad who can give United a nightmare if we are not in our best shoes on that day. Now coming to some news regarding the club, the women's team captain Katie Zelem has been tested positive for COVID-19, so she is not going to be featuring in their next game. However, she scored a wonderful free kick in their 5-2 match against Birmingham City, if I'm not wrong. We'll just fact check that, okay? Yes, they indeed won the game 5-2 against Birmingham City, and it was 2-2 at halftime. I think Katie Zelem scored the third goal to give them the much needed boost, and they went on to win 5-2. So that is for the women's team. And just in, Thiago has agreed to sign with Liverpool. Gareth Bale has agreed to sign with Tottenham. United is missing out on a lot of their transfer targets this season, and to be honest, I'm just not surprised that the board is taking so long it's just that this board is absolutely useless and they need to resign immediately. And they have taken a lot of money out of the club, even when they have such a promising manager like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who's done well to build a nice culture around this club in the recent times, and he's just simply not being backed up by the board. Now, how far and how long the Jadon Sancho transfer saga will drag out is only there are only 2 or 3 more weeks left till the transfer window shuts. So the least this board can do is sign us Jadon Sancho, who is a definite world beater and a promising young talent, and he's shown his capability for playing for Borussia Dortmund as well. So yeah, that is it for this episode. Anyways, I hope you guys like this small pod. Definitely put down your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you guys what you thought of the game. I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, GGMU.